This video will show you how to remove a stuck firmware file for a GivEnergy all-in-one system. If you're trying to update your GivEnergy system via the portal and it repeatedly fails, then it's likely that a stuck firmware file is causing this. This process will remove that file and simultaneously update your firmware. Anyone on firmware within the last 12 months who doesn't have a stuck firmware file will no longer see this issue. You will need a USB A to A cable to perform this task. If your laptop needs a USB-C adapter, then I will put a link to both the adapter and the cable in the description of this video. We now need to make sure that the system is completely powered down. Press the blue Give button, hold that down, just for about 5 seconds. You'll hear a few clicks, the battery goes off, and then unscrew that, lift it up, and turn off the DCMCB. Remember, down is off, up is on. So that's that taken care of. All we need to do next is isolate it on here. That's off now. So circle off. 1, 2, 3 things. To access the USB port, we'll need to look at the right-hand side of the all-in-one. The top panel, there will be 4 screws to remove. Simply unscrew those and we can access the USB port. Now we go onto our laptop and go to www.givenergy.co.uk/firmware. Scroll down to the firmware files and find the specific firmware for your inverter. We can now plug the USB A to A cable into your laptop and the other end into the all-in-one USB port. You should see a USB drive appear on your laptop. We're not interested in any of the files that are within this USB drive with the exception of the msn.txt file. This is one that we need to keep. Please copy this file from the USB drive into the same folder that's got your inverter firmware files, so they're all in one place. Once we've done this, right-click on the USB drive, click on Format, and, very important, make sure the file system is changed from the default NTFS to just FAT, so it will say FAT and then in brackets default. Make sure the quick format is ticked and then click on Start. Click OK, and then click OK again. Now we have an empty USB drive, which is the inverter Wi-Fi dongle, and we're going to copy the Wi-Fi firmware files and the msn.txt file from the folder that you copied it to onto that USB drive. Now we're going to go back to the USB drive to right-click on it and click Eject. You may now remove the cable from your laptop and the inverter so we can put the side cover back on. Please make sure all screws are tight as it performs a weatherproof seal. We can now power up the system. The first thing to do is the DCMCB. Push that back up and close the lid. Tighten it up. Once that's done, press the button just to the right of it. Hold it down just for a few seconds. After a while, you'll get a light on the front of the all-in-one unit. This is where you would turn the isolation back on. And this will turn on the unit and begin the firmware update process. You will see the lights flashing from red to green, and after the system shuts down and restarts, it will then start to rapidly flash red and green. This whole process can take 7 or 8 minutes, although it's usually done much quicker than this. Once it's completed the firmware update, the lights will go back to their normal resting place, and it can take several minutes for the system to come back online via the cloud. Thank you for watching.